So in my last tutorial we looked at how to use Microsoft PowerPoint to create classroom resources. So what I've done from that tutorial is I've created another set of labels and I've just changed the background of those labels to the red pop design from the planners. And today we're going to look at how you can create a PDF where the text is the only thing that's editable within that PDF. So if anyone downloaded your resource, they wouldn't be able to do anything with these boxes here or the picture. They'd only be able to change the text that was in the text box. So what I need to do first of all is I need to take a note of what the font is that I'm using and the font size. So the font I'm using is called Bible Stories and it's downloadable from designbundles.net and the size is 48. So I'm just going to note that down and then I'm going to delete that because when I export my PDF I don't want that to be there because people need to be able to choose what they want to put on their label. So the way I get that to be a PDF now is I'm going to go to File, Export, and I'm making sure that this file format here says PDF and I'm just going to change this to red pop labels and press Export. Then I should be able to find it there. So when I open up my PDF, if you've got Acrobat or PDF Reader, it'll open up in there. What you need to be able to do all of this now is something called Acrobat Pro. You won't be able to do any of the editing or adding the editable text boxes if you've just got the normal Acrobat. So you need to download Acrobat Pro and it is a paid for app. So you have to have there is a small fee for it, but it's really useful. You get all of these different tools for your PDFs. And if you wanted to get a little bit more, you could get a whole package of Adobe applications which would give you InDesign and Photoshop. If you really wanted to get into making classroom resources, they're like essential tools to use. And you can also get a discount if you're a teacher, so it's really worth looking at. So I'm just going to zoom out on this so you can see what I'm going to do. So there's my label. So what I want to be able to do is to edit this. So if I click anywhere on here now, I can't do anything to it. It won't let me move anything around or type anything. So I need to add a form to these boxes so that people can type inside. And the people who get this PDF don't have to have Pro to be able to edit it. It's only you that needs it to be able to create an editable document. So I'm going to go to More Tools here and then I'm going to say go to Prepare Form. And then it will give me a set of tools to create a form, and I would like to create a text field. So I'm going to add a text field. I'm going to click and I'm just going to name this text field label 1. And if I just press OK now, it will just give me that field and it'll be like Times New Roman. I don't want that. I want the font that we had in the PowerPoint. So I'm going to All Properties, Appearance, and I'm going to search for the font that I've been using, which is Bible Stories. And the font size was 46 or 48. And then I'm just going to just move this out so we can see it a bit better. That's it. I can make it the size, if I wanted to, I could make it the size of my text box just so I know it's definitely going to fit the text. So I'm going to do that for all of my labels. I'm going to create a text field and put them in here. I can't copy and paste my text field here because all that will do is it will make it so that whatever you type in here will appear in all of these sections as well, and we don't want that. So we're going to add a text field. Every time I'm going to add one there and call that label 2. Make sure the properties are right. Okay, so now I've got my 4 text fields. I can just check that everything's okay with it by just pressing this preview button, and then it will allow me to see what it'll look like when I come to export my PDF. So I'm going to just check. So if I put teacher standards in there, everything looks fine. But I can see that this isn't centered, so I'm just going to edit, and I'm just going to double click on there and press position. Sorry, alignment center, and it'll just make sure it's all aligned. So I'm just going to preview that again, delete that. Let's just make sure that that's okay now. Okay, so I can do that to all my boxes now. Let's go to edit again. Just going to make sure that that's all center. So it's options, center, options, and center. Okay, and then I'm going to press preview again and just make sure that that's all centered. Definitely. Okay. So now that I've got all my text fields, I'm going to save this. And let's just save it as editable labels. Okay, and then I'm just going to close this down, and then I'm going to look for it again so we can open it up. You can find it among all my files. There it is. Open it up, and there we can see the text fields are there, and I can type inside those text fields. So have a go and see how you get on. One thing I forgot to mention was that if you are using a font that you've downloaded, you just need to make sure you include somewhere in your resource or an attachment to your resource where you downloaded that font, so that the person who buys or has downloaded your resource can also use the same font for their labels.